Hi everyone. I can see people have started joining in. So, welcome to another live at CrafTangles. Apologies, I'm a bit late. And before I start, hi Kavita. Okay, I can see people are joining in. So today I thought, a lot of people were asking during my last live as well that I make some journaling pages. So today I thought let's do that with some of the new releases that we released just now. And this time we are not doing Instagram, so I know people will take some time to join in because we are doing it on Facebook and YouTube. So I'll let people join in while I will just show the basics of the supplies that I'm planning to use, etc. And before I start that, I just wanted to mention that we have a sale going on our website, which is our monsoon sale. And I'm assuming that people are able to hear me and see me properly, but I just hope that's the case. If not, do let me know. And yeah, I will start with our live. Now, before I do that, just a heads up that all these things are available on our website and currently they are on our monsoon sale. Now, I'll get into the products, etc., that we are going to use today. So, I hope you get an idea of what layouts, etc., we are making. Okay, so the today so a lot of time what happens is I use a very lot of products on my journals, and lot of time like those products vary, like something like stamps, etc., things like that. Now today I wanted to keep something which is bare minimum supplies so that everybody can kind of use those supplies and make something out of it. So today the idea of making a journaling page is that I'm not going to use a lot of supplies. I'm going to use like bare minimum supplies which I think will make a good layout, and then we'll take it from there. Also, most of the supplies that I'm using, like 90% plus products that I'm using, are by CrafTangles. So all these supplies are currently available on our website, and it is available at a flat 15% off on the special price that is already there on the products due to the monsoon sale that's going on. So I will start like showing the products. Meanwhile, I'm hoping, that people will start joining in. So first things first that I wanted to use is that basically I want to do two type of layouts today. So one, I want to do like more of a scene of like cafe, etc. So for that, hello Nita. So for that, we'll be using this transfer, which is the urban places to transfer. So here I really like these two cafe scenes, and we'll use one of it to kind of create a cafe scene in our journal. And the second, and then we'll try for a third one, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to accommodate. But for the second one, I really wanted to use these two ladies that are there in the transfer. So I kind of have a layout in mind, which I'm going to use only this particular transfer and like create a layout with that. So we'll be using this particular transfer. Now this is Floral Element 5. 473 transfer, and Urban Places to 467 number transfer it. And I also wanted to use a few of the elements like the spot, birds, etc. from this another new release of transfer, which is Floral Windows 4, which is 463. So I thought, we'll use these three transfers and kind of create like a scene for our journals. Now, before I do, I get into the journaling, etc., I'll just take you through my journal. So this is my simple art. This is not an art journal. This is a basic journaling that I do. So if you see, it doesn't have a lot of layers. It's comparatively thinner. If I show you my art journal, right, which has a lot of elements in it. So this is comparatively thicker. So you can see the difference. So this has a lot of like elements in it. And today, as I said, I wanted to keep it simple and like something which everybody can achieve. So I thought we'll use the easier or, the more beginner friendly version of journaling. So here you can see some of the layouts that I have created. Now, all these layouts, most of them have a tutorial on our YouTube channel, which is my YouTube channel. So you'll be able to see, tutorial for all this there, as well as the products that I have used, product links of the product I have used, etc. And yeah, I'll just take you through that, and then, we'll start journaling. And guys, as always, I am looking at the chat. So in case if you have queries on how a particular page is, sorry, the products that are being used or a particular technique that you have question on, you should definitely feel free to comment below. And I'll be happy to help you out. So here are some of the journaling pages that I did recently. So these don't have a tutorial. Yeah, they do have. So these are in shorts that I have done, and this is using our new release. This is again our new release. So these are some of the half finished pages. This we did live in our one of the earlier lives. This again we have shorts tutorial. This again shorts. This is our new release. This is also our new release. So these are all the pages that I did till now, and today I thought we'll do something here. So just flatten up. Okay. So now the first things first, I hope my diary is visible. So now first things first, we'll do this one because I feel this one is going to be a fun one. And we are going to use this layout as the background, or rather the main, almost like 80% of our page. So I'll be using this particular scene because this will come in a vertical layout. This is quite a broader one. So this will have to use in a horizontal layout. So I think I'll go with this one. Now these are transfers for those of you who have not used it. I will just show you. But bottom line, how it works is this is very similar to like tattoos you used to use when we were kids, like boomer tattoos, etc. So as you can see, I'm not being like very particular about it. I'm just trying to, fussy cut it in some shape. Now the idea behind this is, as the name suggests, these are urban places, and I wanted to kind of create a watercolor look. Now, before I stick this, I wanted to, like kind of create sky here, and then I want to create like a land here. Hello, Gunjan. Transfers are very cool. Thank you, Kavita. So that is the idea. So you just first I'm getting an idea of how I'll be doing placement, and then we'll color it. So I'll just fussy cut this a little bit more. I'm done. So I will wet my paper. Now this is CrafTangles diary. Now this is the paper are comparatively thicker than your regular diary. So it can take light washes. It is meant to take light washes of colors as I showed you in my previous pages. So you don't have to worry about the paper tearing on us, etc. like a normal diary. Now I'm going to use my liquid watercolors. Here are a lot of them. And just to show you how they come is they come in like these small bottles. They are extremely vibrant colors. And today I'll be using on this particular layout, I plan to first use poolside and blackberry. So poolside will be for the sky, and then blackberry I'm going to use for the land. So again, I'm not going to do very fancy coloring. As I said, this is a very beginner friendly kind of a layout that I wanted to do. So I'll just first wet my paper because here the transfer is going to come. So I'll just wet a little bit in the top and a little bit in the bottom. Now, since we know where things are going to go, we have an idea of where I need to put water. Now this water will kind of help paint move around. So that is why I'm kind of wetting my paper. Now I'll take some blue. My blue is over in the palette. So I'll just take some here. And then I will take the same brush and kind of, so you can see how vibrant the colors are. That's it. So now we are just moving the color with our brush. Now you could have let it, air dry and it will move in itself. But for the sake of live, I want to, kind of move the colors around quickly. Now I'll just take a little bit of blackberry, which is the black color, just to kind of, highlight and make it more cloudy. That's it. Now we'll go on the bottom. Now again for the bottom, I'll be using blackberry. As I said, that's the color which we have in the base, right? So if you see here, there is some gray colors. So we'll kind of use the same gray colors and extend it to kind of give it an illusion that that scene completely covers the diary. Yeah, that's it. I will dry my heat gun. So I'll just get my heat gun. When I do that, I feel there is a little bit of more paint here. So I'll try and pick it up with some wet technique. So I'll take my tissue and kind of dab and take away the excess paint. So do you see those excess paint is coming up? Okay. And then I'll add some more paint here. We are good. Okay. Now we are done. If there is any residual water left, I will just use tissue roll. Okay. So all done. Now next we'll get on to the fun part, which is using this transfer. Uh, so Kavita, more than GSM, it is very important that the quality of paper you use. So if you are using, like, this is just 120 GSM, it's not a very heavy paper, but this paper is meant to take light washes of water. So it is kind of, some version of cotton paper which you use in watercoloring. It is not 100% cotton, of course, but it still has a little bit amount of cotton in it, which kind of helps with, water retention. So it is more important that the type of paper you're using rather than GSM. You can use 120 GSM. I'll be using also 250 GSM in my next layout, which I'll show you. But bottom line, get papers which can take water. So now I'll just think of the placement that I want. I think this is good. Make sure your paper is like the transfer is extremely flat and stick to your paper. Now, kind of rub it around the edges so that there are no bubbles. Now we need to add water on top of it. Now remember that this is also watercolor, right? So as soon as you add water on top of this will react with the colors that you have here and here, but not an issue. Let's say while, putting water here, a lot of color went off. Then you can, of course, go back and add color. But I would always suggest that you do one background layer of color before rather than after, because let's say if you did not do that, then I will just show you one of the transfer. If you know, we in our last live that we did with Paro, she had shown you that, if we don't add colors beforehand, this transfer will kind of create barrier. So after that, if you do a coloring on top of it, it will remain on top of transfer. It will not go into the paper. So, there will be a stark difference. So this will be blue and then this will be white. So you don't need to have that kind of difference. So that is why I've kind of added watercolor first. And then I'm putting my transfer. And then if I need, I'll add more colors later on. Now, how does transfer work? As I showed you, is you cut out the design. You don't have to be specific about it. And, remove the plastic backing and then kind of stick the design on top of your paper or whatever you're using. So this works on paper, metal, glass, things like that. And, just put it the design side down. So stick it on the design side down. And then you just add water through a sponge or brush, whatever you're comfortable with, and then you kind of wait for a couple of seconds. So if you see, I am waiting for like 5-7 seconds before I'll start peeling, and I will start from one corner just to see, whether my transfer is releasing or not. So I can see that it still needs a few seconds, so I will just dab it again. If you think you need more water, you can of course use more water. Now, since I am doing it on top of a paper, my paper is kind of soaking in water, right? So that is why, you see my paper also getting wet. If you're doing this on top of MDF, which is primed, then you will not have this issue where it is soaking up paper. Now I can see that my transfer has kind of stuck. So now I'll start removing from one corner. Right? And this is how it looks. So like magic, everything has come. Now we can let this air dry. Personally, air drying is the best, but since we are doing a live, I don't want to wait. Also, I feel like, some of the colors kind of, as I said, the water will react with the paper as well. So some of the color kind of went away. So I'm just adding, since the paper is still wet, I'm kind of adding it right now. just so as to blend everything, right? So I'll just do that. I'll blend my transfer to my paper. And here also the colors that I'm using is poolside and the blackberry color, which is the blue and the black. And I'm using like very light version of the colors. Okay, now we are good. Now I'll try this again. So you can see kind of the transfer has merged onto the paper and it looks like I drew this particular design. Absolutely. So that was the idea, that we kind of blend the colors beforehand. So that is why you'll see, that the blue is blended over here and it has kind of reacted with the transfer to give you like, a light blue color over here. And here the black has blended into the stairs or the road part of the cafe, right? So this is how it looks. Now most of our work is already done because we already have this beautiful layout ready for us. Now the next thing that we are going to do is, of course, add elements on top of it. Now, one of the most required or the basic element that you will need for any project is getting a character, right? A focal point. Now, this is a good background. It could also be a good focal point if you had a bigger project. But since this is our journal page, this is going to be like a background scene. And on the focal point, I'm going to use like one of this girl. So these girls are from our opaque pet sticker collection, and the name of this collection is Fashionista. So these are actually transparent opaque stickers, and you get like 3 sheets of various colored girls. Now these, I feel the sizes are perfect for our cafe. So if you see, the girl is this size and the cafe is comparatively this size, so proportionately these girls make a lot of sense. Now I'm just looking at the color that I want to use, right? So I would like to use, I think I'll go with her because a lot of her colors, are matching the color of the design. So I will use her because she has a lot of, like, again, creams, reds and blues. And that is what our cafe also has, and the sky which we have drawn has, right? So we'll use this girl. And now I wanted to kind of, use her. Now, of course, you can use her like a sticker. So if you see, this is like a clear sticker that you can use, and it is opaque. So if you see, right, let me just see if I can zoom in. Yeah. So do you see? She is opaque, right? So I could have stuck her directly and it would work out beautifully. However, I really like the white part and I want her to stand out. So that is why I'm going to keep the white part. And what I'll do is I will just cut her around the design. So I will just, and I'm not keeping a lot of white space. As I said, I want her to be very opaque, and I don't want a lot of white space because I want her to be a part of the scene. I'll just quickly cut her. It doesn't take a lot of time once you are, used to kind of doing some fussy cutting. So that's it. So the blue color that I have used for the sky is called Poolside. It's this color. This is Poolside CrafTangles liquid watercolor, and the black color is Blackberry. So these two colors I have used, one for the sky and one for the ground. And then I have used transfer on top of it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make her stand like so on top of my design. So do you see what I meant by size? That she is sized in such a way that, it looks perfect with the cafe size as the background. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put her here. Okay, and then just to add some depth to her character, just to bring her more in forefront, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some blue foam tape. Now, where did I keep it? Okay, it's here. So I'm going to use this. So what it will do is it will kind of bring out our character onto the forefront. And I'll just use her to pop up the color. So these scissors are actually non-stick scissors. So this we used to sell earlier. They are sold out. However, we have a new version of non-stick scissors that I'll also use and show you. Uh, yeah. Okay. So these are the new non-stick scissors that we have in our store. So this is the older one. This is currently sold out. This is the new one. And we also, if you are looking for something which is similar in size, but which is not non-stick, we have another one. So this is the same size as this, if you see, but this is not non-stick. This is a regular one. And this is the non-stick one. So now what I'm doing is I'm not removing the backing of the sticker because as I said, I want to keep her as is. And then I'm going to put some foam tape on top of her just to, kind of bring her in the at a level. So it will kind of bring our focus more onto the girl than the background, right? So do you see immediately the difference? Earlier, she was kind of blended into the background. Now, since I have added the foam tape on top of her, like behind her, she is now more visible in front of the cafe, right? So this is what we are going to do. Now, before I put her, I just want to make the ground below her. Since, she'll be standing, her shadow should be the strongest here. So I'm just kind of creating the illusion that, we have painted the girl as well. So I have kind of added a lot of black here and then I am kind of blending it out, right? So this will give us an illusion that the girl is her shadow is standing here, right? So this is how, so these are some small things that, if you take care of it, it will really help in your scene building. So it is very important that, when you're creating such kind of scene building things, just apart from, like using this kind of main background, you also need to think of how I can blend it together with my page to kind of create a complete scene. So if you see, we just took the small transfer and we made an entire big scene out of it just by using, these small things. So that all is very important. Uh, No, actually, I'm not sure what is from Dadarkar Arts, but all these products are CrafTangles. I'm not sure which product are we talking about here. But yeah, the blue color, as I showed you, is watercolors. So these are liquid watercolors. And the transfer is again by CrafTangles. And then this girl is our opaque pet stickers. Now I forgot. See, I always, during my live, it is so impromptu that sometimes I forget things. I'm unable to find my knife. Okay, let's use this. Okay. The scissors, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is currently sold out. We do have the other two versions as I showed you. But yes, of course, you can find it, like you can check out other stores where you can get it. This scissor was from CrafTangles. I'm not sure on the other part. So again, if you wanted to add even more depth, let's say you wanted to add even more foam dimension on top of your characters, you could have gone and added one more layer of tape. That would have even brought your character like even forefront. But I think with one layer it is good enough. Plus, whenever I'm doing using my diaries, as I said, this one is particularly does not have a lot of bulk, and I like to keep it thin so that I can kind of carry it with me wherever I like to go. So be it during my trips, etc. So I don't like to carry a lot of bulky items with me. So I kind of keep this diary very thin. Like it can have bulk, but not more than one layer is my idea. Like whenever, I am creating the layers. So then I will just stick her as the location, we planned, and you can see it kind of, that shadow kind of creates the whole look that, sun is coming from here and it has created her shadow like this. So that kind of, creates a whole look of her. Now, we don't want to do a lot of things, like earlier I had planned to use like these golden frames, etc., and, kind of make it more like a lot of layers, etc. But I think this as is looks really good. What I can add extra here is that I really like the bird that we have here, like this branch bird. So I'm thinking whether, it's a perfect size, it will go or it will not go. So I think we'll use rather this smaller bird, because this one is, so if I compare, right, this bird is like this big, which is half of the size of my girl. So the bird will look like quite large for the girl. So we'll go with this particular smaller bird. Thanks, dear. Yeah, so that's the idea. As I said during my first start of the live itself, that I really wanted to do some pages just to show you that, how versatile these transfers are, and you don't need a lot of things. Of course, and everybody loves more things. I mean, I myself love more things, and I have like everything from stickers to stamps to stencils. But I just wanted to give you guys an option that, if let's say, because again we get this question a lot, that I'm a beginner to journaling, and what supplies would you suggest to start off with. So I always tell them that get something for your background. It could be like decoupage papers, it could be printed papers, it could be like transfers like how I have used, and then get something for your focal point. Now your focal point, most of the time you kind of get like a girl's or a boy's character, which is very common. So that is what you can use for your focal points. So again, that you have a lot of options. Like we sell our new cut stickers, which are there, which I'll show you in some time. And we also have these kind of small girls. So again, we have kind of taken care that you have small girls and large girls. So depending on your sizing, you can select the one which makes sense. And here I'm thinking I'll kind of put, like bird flying away. So I'll just put her here, or rather I'll I'll put her. So I'll have to now. I realized that this bird. Hi Sneha. I realized that this bird is on a branch, right? So I'll have to kind of create an illusion of a branch here, so that I can put my bird, on top of it. So what I'll do is I'll take a brush. I'll take some brown color. So this is CrafTangles Cafe Mocha color, and I'll just kind of create a branch over here. So again, you can see I'm not being like very particular about it, because I know once I add transfer on top of it, it is going to anyways react with water and kind of blend, etc. So I am blending it first itself, so it doesn't look very stark against the blue background that we created. And I took off some of the color so it's not very dark and on your face. And now we have kind of an illusion that there is a branch here. And then what we'll do is we'll put our transfer. Okay, now I'll select the bird and I will kind of just eyeline. So this is her, so this is how she should go. Okay, thank you, Sneha. I told you, right? I was dying to try use these transfers also. And today's live, I thought was a perfect opportunity to, give them a try. When you made the bird wala project, I told you कि मेरे को भी करना है. So here we are. So, that's it. So we'll put some water on top of it and we'll let it react for a couple of seconds. Still needs a second or two. Yeah. And the bird is there. So I'll just take some tissue and dab it on. Okay. So now we have that beautiful bird there. We have a girl here. So now all we are left with is, sorry, everything is getting wet because of the water. So now we'll use some stickers. Now, here is the sticker that I was talking about. I could have honestly, used one of these girls also here. So these are our new pre-cut stickers. I could have used, but I really like the color combination. I felt this girl went perfectly with this particular seal. So that is, I've not used these stickers. I'll definitely use them in one of my, upcoming live, but not today. And for the sentiment, I was thinking, let's go with, like white sentiment because I don't do a lot of white. And then, or we can do like colored one. No, there are so many options. So, okay, I want to do colored one in the next one. So we'll use colored in the next one. And here uh, we'll probably do black and white in this one. Colored one we'll do in the next one. I think the colors, let me see if I can use one of the blue one. So I'm just looking at what should I use. Okay. So I got quite a few one. I normally like to, earlier I used to use only one stickers, but I have been obsessed and now I like to use like, multiples of it. So the first one I'm going to use is this one. And then I'm going to show you another trick, which is I don't see a lot of people doing it, but I really like, think that will add more value. Now see, what we have done is we have kind of added a lot of sentiment and purposefully we have kept like, a lot of more distance because someone wanted to like, do continuous strips. They can kind of, do a continuation. But personally, I don't like to keep a lot of white or black hanging in the corners. So what I do is, बताती हूँ dear 2 मिनट रुक जा. I'll show you the close up. Thank you, Drishti. So we will remove this, the white part, the corner part. And trust me, guys, I mean, वो एक बहुत बड़ा चीज नहीं है, but a lot of time when you do that, it will kind of, alleviate and change the look. Because a lot of time that lot of white, it looks like a sticker. Now this looks like a part of your design. So this says it is not the length of life but depth of it. And then the other one that I want to use is called It's All About Perspective. Now, for those of you who are wondering, this is part of our chit chat sentiment 2 part. And this I'm using the white part. We also have like this kind of black stickers. I'm using the white one. Okay. And this says it's all about perspective. So आज मैं थोड़ा, as you can see looking at the sentiment, आज मैं थोड़ा deep mood में हूँ. तो आई एम काइंड ऑफ यूजिंग वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वंस कि एकदम पर्सपेक्टिव ये वो. तो अरे रुक जा यार, दृष्टि दिखा रही हूँ, पेशेंस. Okay, now my another trick, like this I have talked about a lot, is that I like to use things in like threes. तो यहाँ पे एक स्टिकर, यहाँ पे एक स्टिकर और यहाँ पे एक स्टिकर. So it will kind of create a visual triangle, which is a very lovely design concept, and it kind of brings in everything together. So that if you use a lot of time, so it will kind of alleviate your project and it will look more done. Like it will look very much like a single thing rather than tukdo mein. So once you start doing making projects, you understand these kind of design concepts. So now I will show you the close up because we are done. Now I could have done ये black में, अच्छा लगता, but I think मैं white stickers बहुत कम use करती हूँ, so let's try and do that. So this is the project. This background was created using transfers. We created the blue and the yeah. Just give me a moment, guys. I think the light is too bright. I'll just reduce thoda light. Yeah, I think this is good. There was a lot of light, so you were not able to see the colors properly. But I hope it is better now. Let me know if you want more light, I'll put more light. So this is the background. This was done, this cafe is our transfer it. This bird is transfer it. Background is using blue color, just a light wash of color. Here we have added some black color. This girl is from our opaque pet clear stickers. And then these are the 3 sentiments from our chit chat sentiment. So this says never doubt your instinct. It's all about perspective. It's not the length of the life, but depth of it. So that was my first page. I hope you like it. Honestly, I love it. Matlab, it came out better than what I was thinking. Thank you, dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we'll do one simple page, which I wanted to do for the cover page. Now, why I'm doing cover page is normally, whenever I start my diary, I always keep my cover page empty because for me, cover page should be like something ekdam alag, something it should be very different and all that. So the moment we designed this particular transfer, I knew that I wanted this girl or this girl on my cover. So, that is why I will use her here because, I simply love the characters. Now, just to show you, okay, this is the cover that I did. This was from our art journal. Now, this is very close to me because I drew this and I'm very bad at drawing. I know तुम लोग बोलोगे यार ये क्या है, मतलब, this drawing is not very big thing, but for me it's a big thing. So, my covers are very special for my journals. Of course, अंदर भी pages अच्छे होते हैं, but cover is like my favorite part of the journal. हाँ, दृष्टि आने के बाद बहुत बड़बड़ होगी. True. So, and honestly, I love this particular, page. I mean, I was kind of worried कि मतलब जैसा मेरे दिमाग में आएगा या नहीं, but it came out even better. So this, as I told you, today's idea is to use a lot of products which are very beginner friendly. Like, you can use one thing and kind of make a lot of things out of it. And ये page पे मेरा idea है कि I'll just use this and create a layout. So we'll just be using this. Now here we are using a transfer in a different way. So I'll just show you how we are using it. So what I have done is मैंने ऑलरेडी चीज़ें थोड़ी रेडी करके रखी है बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू वेस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. So we will first cut her to show you. So I am going to use her as a focal point and उसको मैं डायरी में नहीं ट्रांसफर करूँगी. Rather I will kind of use her ऑन अ पेपर, और फिर हम लोग उसको फोम टेप करेंगे, जैसे हाउ वी डिड फॉर द स्टिकर, we'll be doing the same thing. So I'm just kind of, it doesn't matter honestly. तुम पास ज्यादा फसी कटिंग नहीं करना चाहते हो तो भी ठीक है, we'll be doing fussy cutting later on. So I'm just taking some paper. So this is a dual textured white. This is 250 GSM paper. Okay, and I am just peeling her and putting her like so, because I'm going to cut her out of a paper, and you'll see like what layout are we talking about. Thank you, Drishti. So we'll just wet it. Yeah. And 2 minutes usko we'll let it react with water. We'll give it like a couple of seconds. दृष्टि का चालू हो गया सबसे सवाल जवाब, कीपिंग द लाइव लाइवली. हाउ आर यू दृष्टि? ओके, एंड देन वी आर डन. नाउ वील जस्ट ड्राई दिस. सो फॉर ड्राइंग यू कैन यूज लाइक अ ड्रायर जो मैंने किया, या फिर another trick is I like to take tissue and kind of dab it and take away all the water, and then it will kind of air dry in a couple of seconds. So, and then we will kind of cut her. ठीक है, विल काइंड ऑफ क्रिएट नाउ. यही टेक्निक से व्हाट आई डिड वाज आई काइंड ऑफ have cut out a lot of other elements. Now these all elements are from the same transfers. So you can see मैंने same किया है. I have transferred them on a cardstock and then I have kind of cut them out of pieces. Haha, barishi barish, true. So these are the pieces that I want to use. So here I am using transfers in a different way. Rather than transferring them on a journal directly to create a background, we are kind of creating a elements and layout. So इसको हमने like अपना how we cut out our die cuts, वैसे die cuts की तरह we have cut it out and then we'll use it. So I'll just do some fussy cut. Again, I'm not being extremely precise. I'm just kind of, I'm okay with the white space that is showing through thoda bahut, because I really want to have that white border, क्योंकि वो kind of, it will kind of create that look of dimension. हाँ, I hate fussy cutting, but live में मैं कर लेती हूँ यार, क्या करूँ. So now you know कि मैंने इतने pre-cut stickers, why I'm so crazy and why I use so much. तो यहाँ पे भी पहले मैंने वही सोचा था that I'll use a girl, but then I was like I wanted to show you कि सिर्फ कुछ कम चीज़ों के साथ how you can make projects. So that is why this one is only transfers, and then we'll add some stickers and some watercolors and stamping and all that. थोड़ा light, extra bright, थोड़ा कम. So I'll just cut her out. And this has a very like, watercolor kind of a look. So we'll go with an abstract look on this particular project. Okay, so now we have all our elements ready. So we will get working on the background. Now for the background, as I said, this is a very much like a watercolor look. So first I will just think कि मुझे like I want to keep the focal point here because she's facing this side. So I'll keep her here rather than here. So this is how I want to keep her, in the center and towards this side, so that it looks like she is facing that side. So here I want to do some watercoloring in the background. So what I'll do is, this is a neat trick of kind of creating a watercolor look. So we'll take some watercolors here, and we'll take the same watercolors which are in the design itself. So here it has a lot of violets, it has some light pinks in it, and then it has some like kind of, brownish tone in it. सो वील डू समथिंग सिमिलर. हम लोग पहले तो शुरू करेंगे ब्राउन से, क्योंकि ब्राउन के बाद वील ऐड अदर कलर्स. We don't a lot of brown, because brown is again like a very dominant color. So what I'm doing is, this is CrafTangles Cafe Mocha color I have taken. So these are like these liquid watercolors bottles which I had shown earlier. So I'm taking some on a packaging, and I am kind of putting them like in a random position. Now this will kind of create a splatter effect, but I also want to do like a smooshing effect. So हम ऐसे डालेंगे इसको, and then we will kind of decide where we want to put it. So this is how I want to put it, and splatter kind of, but you can of course control. So अभी देखो यहाँ पे we have added that splatter effect. एक तो मुझे see through, I can see where I'm putting my colors, and then let's say if you want to add like more colors, or you kind of want to blend it, then you can of course go back, take your wet brush and kind of blend in the colors, rather than just having like a splatter effect. So you can see the color has also kind of blended, and you also have that splatter effect. So you can have like both the things. Okay. Next, so the transfer that we are using is CTDTS 473. It's the Floral Element 5 transfer sheet. Okay. Now the next color that we want to use is like a pink tone. But I don't want like a very pinky color. I would want like a thoda muted pink color, right? So what I'm doing is I am kind of taking this, which is a personal favorite of mine, which is Pretty Peony. So this, as you can see, is very vibrant. What we'll do is, if you want other colors, like there is this ripe plum color, which is perfect. So we'll add that also. But just to show you that if you have this bright pink color, you can always kind of dull it out by adding a little bit of warm tone to it. So I'm adding a little bit of Cafe Mocha. And do you see the pink has kind of toned down, right? So you can tone down your pink also like this, like pink, blue, green, any color. You can tone down by adding some natural colors to it. So we are adding some pink. Okay. And then I want to like create some splatter effect. तो जो बचे कुछ splatters है, I'm kind of adding it. Okay. So you can see this splatter effect that we are getting. Now I want to add some purple color. Right now already there is a lot of purple, right? So you don't want to like do too much. थोड़ा सा splatter इधर उधर, क्योंकि there is already a lot of purple in all these elements. So what we'll do is we'll add little bit of purple, very little bit. Okay, you can see like I have taken like teeny tiny. The color that I'm using over here is vibrant purple. So just to show you, this is how the color looks in my palette. So this is the vibrant violet. Sorry, this is called vibrant violet. And this is the color. Okay. So now we'll just put it. And मेरे को more of a splatter look चाहिए, क्योंकि here anyways I have a lot of purple here because my girl is going to have a lot of purple, right? So I just wanted to have some splatters here. So इसीलिए I have added some splatters. Okay, next up we'll be adding some greens because it has leaves in it. So let's do some greens. Now again, I don't want to use very vibrant green. So I'm going to use my green shade, which is evergreen, with a little bit of black. So it kind of, creates like a dark green color. So that way it's a more muted tone of green. So again, all these colors are normally there on my palette, and that is why, I just mix it up and I kind of use them. Hi, hi. Thank you, Kirat baby. Enjoy, enjoy, Vritti. So this is the kind of, splatters that we went ahead with. So abhi humne, we added a little bit of green. So now that's done. We'll kind of clean our packaging and use it later on for another project. Okay. And we are done with the background, like at least the color part. And now we'll move on to creating the layout and the stenciling and stuff. Thank you, Kirti. So now, thank you, Kavita. So now the background is ready. Abhi, what we'll do is we'll just add a little bit of interest. Now there are a lot of ways in which you can add like interest. A lot of time, what happens is people use stamps, of course, because stamps you can kind of control कि आप कितना stamping कर रहे हो and all that. You could also use like these kind of clear stickers. So we could have used frames and these kind of stickers. So these are like clear stickers, right? So they are clear. So you can use them to kind of, add interest in your background. What I'll do today is I'll use stamps simply because it's been ages and I thought, let's use them. Now I'm going to use our script stamp. This is one of our most oldest stamp and one of the most favorite for crowd. So I know a lot of our customers who are watching this live would already have this stamp. So the idea behind this, as I said, the layout was that we are using things which, like a couple of things which people would already have. And this is a very famous stamp for mixed media and decoupage artists. So I'll just take and I'm just, dabbing it on ink pad, and I have not completely stamped the stamp. I've just taken some in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do very light stamping. So I'm not putting any pressure at all. So do you see कैसा ऐसा light stamping has come? So that is what you need to do. You don't need to do a lot of stamping. This is just to create interest. So, you can kind of go wherever, you feel like you want to add some interest and kind of add them. Okay. Now, if there is any leftover, you can, of course, transfer it to like your remaining pages which are empty. So normally I've stopped doing that because I have to show people end to end in videos like how I do it. But I have these kind of incomplete pages, where I will kind of use them up. So you have an instant background using like things which you would have anyways wasted, right? So we are done with simple stamping using the black color. Now what we are doing is we are going to put her here. Okay. So I'll just create this layout, which is, like using these in the background to kind of create like a pattern. So we want something to show through from the sides. Yeah. So this is how I plan to put it. Okay. Simple layout, not a lot of things. So now what we'll do is, again, because based on the layout of the girl, the layout of these will change. And I want the girl to be a bit like elevated, like how we did the girl in our last thing. So what I'll do is, मैं इस पे थोड़ा I'll put foam tips. So to put the foam tape, I'll use again my blue foam tapes. Okay, I'm not putting a lot because this is a very strong foam tape. So you don't need a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one here. Okay, and then I'm going to put some on her face part. Yeah. Now I'll take some knife and remove it. Now, while I was doing this layout, मुझे अभी, I'm feeling like there is like not a lot of black splatters. Like we did brown, we did green, we did pink, and we did violet, but we kind of missed out on black. So what we'll do is now I'll put some splatters rather than doing the smooshing technique because I want to control कि मुझे splatters कहाँ डालने. So what I'll do is I have taken some again blackberry. I have watered it a lot. So this has a lot of water and very less paint. And I'm kind of splattering it here. So you may not see it, but like I can see कि यहाँ पे ऐसे छोटे छोटे splatters आ रहे हैं. Okay. So this just I feel adds a lot of interest, especially अगर आप if you're going for such kind of watercolor look, this will kind of add to your background. So now that we are done, we'll just put her like wherever you think, you are liking the colors and the layout. I think I will put her here. Okay. This I think is a good place. Okay. This is a good space. Now, since, I have put foam tape behind it, you can see मेरे पास I have space here, right? So this will kind of help me put the remaining things in the place. Right. So what I'm doing is since I have space, I have put my focal point with a dimension using a foam tape. And then from the sides, I will slide the characters. So now we'll put her like this. I think this looks nice. Okay. I'll take some glue, like any glue of your choice will work. For journaling, I normally, prefer such kind of roll-on glues, easy to handle and will give me some time, before I move my characters around. It will give me a couple of like seconds to plan my layout. So I will put her like so. Yeah. Now I'm happy. I'll put her. And see, the whole idea of journaling is that don't think too much. If you think यहाँ पे अच्छा लग रहा है, just go ahead and put it. And again, it's not necessary कि मैंने पहले इसको इधर सोचा था तो I'll put her here. I may put her here if I feel like, that looks nice. Again, journaling is very much kind of, intuitive. So you don't have to think a lot. Now while I was thinking, I feel like, I don't want to like, this is looking very pretty, this effect that we have gotten. So I don't want to like cover it up with, this pattern. So I will kind of keep this empty. And here I want to put something more. So I don't want to like add a lot of things. So I'm just thinking कि मैं इतना डालूंगी तो I'll be good क्योंकि यहाँ पे मुझे वापस I have to close the diary. So I don't want to put a lot of bulk here. So we'll absolutely. And then, the instincts come only once you start, making projects. Like it will come once you start making layouts and projects. And it is fairly easy. Like, and it is something which comes with practice. So it's not like, मेरे पास है, तुम्हारे पास नहीं है. It's not like that. Anybody can do it. Yeah. So now this kind of looks nice. And then we will keep this empty. As I said, I was thinking, what if, we put it like this? This looks nice. We could do this color. This also looks nice. or we could, yeah, this looks nice. This will kind of bring purple here again, right? And then we'll put 1 cm here. So 1 cm here, 1 cm here, and 1 cm here. So it will kind of, complete the whole look. So we'll put one character over here. Sorry, one of the element over here. Absolutely, Sneha. How are you? How is the climate there in Hyderabad? And then I'll cut off the edges. But this I'll kind of cut off only once it is dry. So let me see. We'll have to wait. Now this no cutting on the edge is a tricky business. Good, not bad. Okay. So this has come. I really like, the corner is like merged. अच्छे से. So this looks very nice. Abhi, what we'll do is we'll use some stickers. And I'm just thinking, should I use some frames and things like that? But I think ये ऐसे ही अच्छा लग रहा है. This is simple and very pretty. I don't want to botch it up and do too many things to it. So what we'll do is we'll use some purple stickers. Okay. These are the colored sentiment stickers. Raining every day. मतलब you don't know बॉम्बे में भी सेम हालत है रेनिंग एवरी डे इट इज काइंड ऑफ टायरिंग एंड इरिटेटिंग बाहर निकलने का मन नहीं होता है so these are our newly launched again product. These are our colored stickers. Now they are in pink, purple, teal and blue. So this is the purple one. Then we have the pink one. Okay. Then we have the teal one, sorry, tealish. So this is teal, and then this is light green, and then we have light blue and dark blue. Okay. So we'll use purple. I think it goes very nice with the layout. So we'll use one here and one here. And then on the girl, we'll use in black क्योंकि उठ के आएगा, because purple पे purple kind of combine हो जाएगा. So we can either use a white here or a black here. Let's see. तो आई वॉज थिंकिंग कि क्या यूज करेंगे. तो यहाँ पे मस्त शी वाले स्टिकर्स है. सो आई थिंक दैट विल गो लवली. So we'll use this, which is she created the life she loved. And plus, this is like my journal ka first page. So I want to, like make it very much about me and, like my life kind of a thing. He took a path of her dreams. Now, again, as I told you, you have a little bit of overhang of the color on the sides. So, depending on whether you like it or not, आप रख सकते हो या निकाल सकते हो. I normally like to cut it out. So, I'll remove that and I will put the sentiment here. I'll just line it up towards the edge of my diary. I hope you can see. This is a very difficult task for me. Okay. Yeah. So this is the center. Now you can see how beautifully that purple goes with this purple, right? And abhi yahan pe we'll put in white, I think. White will go well rather than black. So black bhi dal sakte hain. Let's see. अभी मैं सोच रही हूँ मैं क्या यूज करूँ. Like there are a lot of them, but I was thinking I want to like use something which is motivational too. And like in this one. Okay, I'll use black rather. Black like मेरा favorite है. Let me see. Sorry, I know you will think यार इतना time just to take a sentiment, but Thank you, Sneha. Indeed, indeed, my life is also really good because of these sentiments. Let me see which one should I use. I like this. Don't stop until you're proud. That very much resonates to my thoughts. So, I'll put that. And then we can kind of, put it here. So, this will kind of bring in everything together, the girl and uske niche jo overhang hai. So, it looks like visually pura ek cheez hai. You don't even see the white part now. So, yeah, I think this looks nice. I don't think it needs anything more. ऐसे ही अच्छा लग रहा है. I actually wanted to do calendar sticker, but abhi jagah nahi hai. So I think we'll go with this. This looks nice. So yeah, this was the second page for today, and we are at our 1 hour 15-minute mark, which I wanted to, kind of keep it within that timeline. But just to show you the details, so this is the corner. Everything is done using one transfer it, some liquid watercolors, and some three like sentiment stickers. That's it. So this is the page we did. So this is our first page, sorry, second page of the day, and the first page of the day is here, which we also did using transfers and watercolors. So yeah, this was what we made. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be posting the close-ups of these soon. And I mean, I'm super proud. We just used like transfers, one girl sticker, and some chit chat stickers and liquid watercolors. So, four things, and diary, of course. So, five things of CrafTangles, and we are able to make these two beautiful pages. So I'm very proud, like less is more types वाला फंडा था आज मेरा करने का, and I'm very happy with how the layout turned out. And thank you Sneha. This one I thought ये इसको सरपास नहीं कर पाएगा आज कुछ, because this page was very beautiful. But I'm so proud. A first page is like it has taken my heart. This page has like I'm so happy. Plus it's a cover page, so very beautiful. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed. This video will be saved down on FB and YouTube as well. So, in case if anyone wants to see in later starting, say I have shown all the products that I have used, etc. I have taken you through the flip through of my journal. So you can definitely see there. And thank you, Sneha. As I said, this time के transfers are like making me itch to make some projects. So I was very happy कि हम लोग दो project बना पाए. And I'll try to come more often than not. And we will be seeing Sneha next Saturday with us on Instagram. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you in my next live, guys. Till then, take care. And thank you, Sneha and Kavita, for constantly chatting. And thank you, Drishti. I know you came in, made it lively, and then went. But she's a new mother, so she must be busy. So thank you guys once again. I'll see you in my next live. Till then, guys, take care.